Write a book and then delete it. This is one of the best ways to develop willpower. This might sound a little bit crazy, but the reason that we don't have willpower is because we're so outcome oriented. We only know how to get ourselves to do things in order to get a certain outcome. Oftentimes, we're basically getting ourselves to do things to feel a certain emotion or because of some type of external pressure, which basically is, again, to feel a certain emotion, which is like to not have the devastation of being fired or whatever. And so a lot of our ability to get ourselves to do things is just not there. And so one of the ways to train this is to get yourself to do things that have no outcome. And there are traditions of doing this, like in ancestral cultures, like the Japanese Zen garden, little things that you can buy in which you do the little Zen garden and then you completely erase it. And so this type of practice is what will actually create willpower, because you will have to sit there, you'll do the task, and then it will just be for nothing. It'll be completely erased after. And so one of the best ways to get yourself to, say, write a book is to write a whole book knowing you will delete it. And that way you're not so kind of frozen in thinking about the outcome of this. You essentially are just training the habit of writing, and you don't have to worry about the outcome at all. So then after you delete that first book, then you're able to actually write a book fairly easily because you've already trained that habit. And a lot of people, what they do is that they try to put these together. So they're essentially trying to optimize for a certain outcome, writing a good book, but also training the habit of writing. And so this is like a doubly hard thing. Like I don't even think it's 2x harder. I think it's like 10x harder, because you're so focused on writing something good that it can paralyze you from actually writing. And so the first step can actually be just training the writing, knowing you will delete all of this. And the only point of this is just training the writing. You don't have to worry about the outcome. And then after you do that first book, you delete it, then you've already been trained to write as a habit. And then actually writing the book you want to write will be much easier. I know this sounds kind of like a very almost like cruel way of training willpower, but it really works. And if you're someone who's stuck, think about it. Like, spending 3 months writing a book that you will delete will actually save you time in the long run if you're spending all of this time procrastinating because you're so worried about writing something good. First of all, just write something. Write anything. It doesn't matter what you write because it's going to get deleted. And then you can train that habit, and then you can come in, and then you can kind of level up to writing something that you appraise as good.